I'm really delighted that this conference is happening. It's an opportunity, I think, to draw together an enormous range of diverse research which works on these frontiers of theology and metaphysics, and thereby to reclaim something of the role of theology in metaphysical debate. Up until the peak of medieval scholastic thought, there's a very clear interweaving of the job of thinking about the life of prayer, thinking about the reading of scripture, thinking about the nature of creedal doctrine and liturgy, all bound together in a very rigorous philosophical mode, which of course reaches its climax in St. Thomas Aquinas. As time goes on, the weakening of that synthesis leads increasingly to a weakening of the notion of the connectedness, the participation of the world in the divine action. So it becomes less obvious why the Trinity is an intrinsic part of talking Christianly at all.
Theologians have often lamented, even though secretly admired, Kant's contribution to metaphysics, because in a way, Kant kind of signified the end of metaphysics. Now, in a postmodern era, we are talking about the return of metaphysics. So, in an era where we can speak about the return of metaphysics in theology, of course, the first thing to return, the return of the King, would be the return of the Trinity.
New Trinitarian Ontologies will bring together a diverse and distinguished group of internationally recognized theologians and philosophers to speak about the Trinity and ontology, as well as its relation to all of the other aspects of the arts and the sciences.
What I find really exciting about this upcoming conference is that many of the people who will present are actually people who have worked a great deal on what we call ressourcement. That is, the taking old sources, pre-modern sources from the Christian tradition and bringing them into the present as treasures.
One of the great things I find about this New Trinitarian Ontologies conference is the large number of people who are going to come from all over the world to participate. I think that what the conference can offer is a model of how theology can move forward with a firm grounding in the deep mysteries of its traditional dogmatics, with also an open ear to listening to new ways of doing theology that come from all across the world.